I grew up in the kind of household where we just got sick, ate soup, and we only went to the doctor for emergencies or necessary vaccines. Booking doctor's appointments is stressful, annoying, boring, potentially expensive, and it is so much easier to just procrastinate all that. But ZocDoc, today's sponsor, actually makes the doctor finding process a little bit fun. Now, whenever I get a cough or an itchy throat, I'm like, ooh, I wonder what doctor I could find on ZocDoc. Because they make the process that easy and zero stress. ZocDoc is a free website that helps you find and compare high-quality, in-network local doctors. And let me tell you, is it fun to compare people? It gives me a Machiavellian rush to scroll through ZocDoc and maximize my physical and financial wellness using every resource at my disposal. Every doctor is like a puppet on a string dancing for me and insurance companies in the grand theater of ZocDoc. Recently, my friend had a mysterious ongoing shoulder soreness from doing some martial arts, and so we went to ZocDoc to find an acupuncturist because that is how they wanted to tackle the mystery. And they were able to find an acupuncture specialist in town who took their insurance in just one day. I felt like a superhero for showing them ZocDoc in that moment. You can see actual appointment openings and click to book a visit. You can read real reviews from real patients about their real doctors, and they have over 150,000 providers across 200 specialties in all 50 states. We all deserve to find a practitioner who shares our goals, values, and understands our background. And that's really what ZocDoc excels at. And appointments through ZocDoc happen so fast, typically within 24 to 72 hours. The medical monkeys are ready to dance for us, my friends. It may seem too easy, but just clicking the link in the description is a huge step towards prioritizing your health. Go to ZocDoc.com/sleepy to get started for free today and check that appointment off your to-do list. Thanks again to ZocDoc for sponsoring and helping us all take a little bit better care of our health. Today, I'm going to make sure that you get tingles, tingles, tingles in your head without me doing a single trigger. For example, normally I would greet you with the finger flutters, but we're not doing that today. Normally I might tap, 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 but we're not doing that. Nor are we scratching, scratching, scratching. We are not clicking or clapping. There will be no triggers. And yet, you are going to imagine them and their absence combined with your imagining of their presence is going to be what wakes up those little tingles in the back of your head, down your back, through your arms, wherever you usually experience ASMR. And this, if you have tingle immunity, is a great way to get your tingles back. Because it's kind of like starting from scratch. A little bit of a detox, 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 just a little bit of a detox. While we don't do any tapping, 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 tapping. Do you remember what it would usually sound like if I were to tap my hand? Tap, 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 tap. Do you think that would usually give you ASMR if I were to tap, 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 tap? Would it usually be the kind of sound that would give you ASMR? Or what if I scratched? I could even scratch the microphone a little bit. That's probably what it usually sounds like, right? Like a strong something like that. brush the mic with one hand, and I touch your face with this hand. So while I do this, you hear a sort of sound because I'm touching the microphone with this hand. But I'm not going to do that, so you're going to have to imagine it. You're going to have to imagine the deep, bassy sound of having your hair played with, touching the mic while I do this to your face. Then I would do it to the other side. How was that? Did that give you tingles in your head at all? Did that give you tingles in your head? Or did it just kind of make you wish that I would actually do anything? That I would actually clap my hands together, tap, 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 flutter my fingers together so that you could hear them. Do that. Do you wish I would do it? You'll have to imagine it. You'll have to imagine it. You'll have to get tingles just from me doing like this, and you remembering the sound that it usually makes when all my fingers brush up against one another, when all my fingers brush up against one another. Or when I tap on my hand like this. Can you remember? Is that the kind of thing that gives you tingles? Or are you the type of person who kind of needs me to tap on an object? For example, a phone. I really like the sound of phone tapping. Phone tapping, phone tapping. It's so crispy. Crisp, bone, tap, 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 taps. Crisp, bone, taps. I would really like to hear that myself, but I don't think I'm going to let you hear it. I think I'm just going to do it for myself and then edit it out, because I can do that. So I'm going to tap on my phone in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm sorry you had to miss that. It was for your own good, you know, because right now we're trying to have you get tingles. Tingles, little prickles. They usually feel like little prickles or little sparks of light. And they start at the top of your head and go down. Sometimes your skull, your neck, your shoulders, your back, your spine. They go all the way down. There's little prickles at the top, prickles. Just little prickles, sparks of light, 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 light. And they prick, 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 all the way down. That's what ASMR usually feels like for me. It kind of feels like a little spiny caterpillars crawling through my hair and kind of moving around my hair a little bit and making me wonder if something's out of place and I need to shake it out. Sometimes that's what ASMR feels like for me. It's so prickly, sparkly, tangible. It feels so real. But it's just in your head, you know? And it's just in my head too. And that's how I know that we can make it happen even without any triggers. Because it's always been in your head. It's always been right here. It's always been right here. Always right there. And your tingles, you can get them from the darndest things, You can get them from your imagination, from your ego. You can get them from being a little bit afraid. You can get them from assuming that you'll get them, which you should, because then you'll get them more easily. Next time, next time, next time, next time. Scoop. We just have to scoop all of your doubt out of you. Scoop. 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 That was not a trigger, by the way. That was just a thought. That was just a thought I had. It wasn't an ASMR trigger. It would be an ASMR trigger if I did it any longer than I did. But I didn't. I didn't. And so this video is still pure. No triggers here. Just tingles. Tingles beginning. I can tell. I can tell that you're expecting to get tingles. Because usually maybe you would get tingles whenever my fingers touched. Whenever my fingers touched. But now you'll have to figure out a way to get tingles even before you hear them pitter-patter. Even before you hear them pitter-patter, you'll have to get tingles. You'll have to get tingles. It's weird. I can feel my hands get tingly when I do this. Like they really want to touch each other. Eckhart Tolle talks about, who I don't like, by the way, but I've read his books. I don't dislike his personality. I just, I'm not an Eckhart Tollist, but he's done fine work. Anyway, he talked about the feeling of aliveness sometimes in his body. The feeling of aliveness. And I think he talks about it in terms of being right-handed and left-handed. How you can feel more aliveness if you're a right-handed person in your right hand than you're left-handed. It's like a sort of awareness that gets drawn to a body part. Or if you're in a soccer game and you're kind of preemptively looking at the ball and waiting for the right moment to kick it. When it's being around all those other people, your leg, your good kicking leg, it starts to feel alive, even though it's not necessarily moving in a unique way yet, but your awareness is sent there, right? This feeling of aliveness. And when I do this, I can feel the feeling of aliveness on the very surface of my hands. I can feel their aliveness say, we're about to touch, 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 we're about to touch. And it makes me want to. And I want that to be kind of what the top of your head feels like, because I think that could give you ASMR. If you just send all of your aliveness back there, can you just send all of your aliveness kind of to where you usually get tingles? Can you send your aliveness to where you usually get tingles? And can you just try to maybe start getting tingles for me? Even though there's no trigger happening? Can you just start to try and get tingles even though there isn't any ASMR trigger? Even though there's no crazy sound or interesting object, the economy. The ASMR artist is spread thin. I can't afford any triggers. So you'll just have to get ASMR without any triggers. You'll just have to get ASMR without any triggers. I can see it. I can see the aliveness of the back of your head. I can tell that you are so close to getting a tingles. I can tell that if I were to touch your head right there, you would get tingles, but we're trying to do this without me touching it, right? So you'll have to just imagine it harder. Imagine how tingly the tingles are, and they go down your head, kind of down your back and in your neck and in your shoulders. You'll just have to imagine, okay? Just have to imagine. Good. Are you getting tingles without any ASMR triggers? Are you getting any ASMR tingles without any ASMR triggers? Because if you can do that, then you've definitely cured your tingle immunity. Because then even just the random darndest things are going to start being pretty tingly. Can you do this? And feel the aliveness go into your hands? Feel the aliveness. And now let's share alivenesses. No touching. I feel it. I feel it. I feel the aliveness of you. I've taken some of it, and you've taken some of mine. And now the energy in my body is still mostly me, but a little bit different. Thank you for your contribution to my organism. Was that a tingly experience? I know it was an imagination exercise, but just because it was an imagination exercise doesn't mean it wasn't real. You know, anytime I tell someone in my personal life that I'm praying for something, they usually laugh because they think it's a joke. I let them laugh, but you know how it is. Anyway, just because you're imagining it doesn't mean it isn't real. Okay? It's okay. It's okay to imagine the aliveness being shared. It's okay if your tingles are just imaginary little pinpricks in the back of your head, going down your spine, going down your back. It's okay. Your tingles don't have to be scientific. Ew. Science. Your tingles can just be yours. They can just be yours. And you can get tingles from the darndest things. You can get tingles from the darndest things. You can get tingles from a lo-fi ASMR video with one trigger, or a hi-fi cinematic ASMR experience with a million triggers. You can get ASMR from your real-life hairdresser as she plays with your hair. You could get ASMR from your pillow because it's so squishy at night. You can get ASMR even from this video, which is really just a YouTube video. It's not even an ASMR video because there's no triggers. There's no triggers, so is it even really an ASMR video? If you get tingles, then it's an ASMR video. So I hope that you get Otherwise, it's gonna be the end for me. It's gonna be the end. If I'm not even making ASMR on my ASMR channel, then it's gonna be the end. So I hope that you're getting tingles. I hope that you're getting tingles because I want you to enjoy your own brain. I want you to enjoy your own brain. I want you to enjoy its silliness. I want you to enjoy the silliness of your brain and the fun of your brain. This isn't a trigger, by the way. This is just what I do when I think. I'm just doing this to help my brain. I'm not doing it to help your brain when I go. I want you to enjoy being you. And in order to enjoy being you, I think you have to be able to get tingles without any ASMR triggers. Because in this economy, you just can't rely on them. You just can't rely on ASMR giving you tingles. If it only has triggers, you're gonna need to get ASMR without any triggers at all. So you're gonna have to learn how to do that. Do you think you can do that? Do you think you can do that? Because I think you already did, maybe. I think you already did. I think you already have a brain that can get tingles without any triggers at all. Because that's just how cool you are. Good job. Congratulations. 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 Now, are you ready for your reward? Good night.